Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. John here from Wild Boar Cycling. Today I'm going to be doing my first review of this TREK Emonda SLR 9. I love this machine. I put about 300 miles on it. It climbs like a dream to a point. It just seems it's super fast, but when some of those grades start popping up over 15, 16, 17, up over 20%, I've been really struggling on some of those climbs. And so I went back and looked at the gear ratios. That's what I'm going to change today, so you guys get to see what I put on here. Enjoy. So I did some research and looked at the gear ratios with my current bikes that I have here in the garage, and I'm really feeling like I need a couple more teeth on that rear cassette. So what I've got here, and I'm going to put on today, is this really cool SRAM red. And gosh, this bike's so beautiful, I decided to go with the bling. And you can see this is that rainbow color. It's got purple and gold in it. It's going to look really good with the bike. And as long as I'm doing that, why not put on a new chain? And this is that SRAM Rainbow version 2. Now, I do need a new chain because when I go to measure the old one, I'm adding some more teeth. I'm going to have to adjust the bead tension, and then I'll be all set to ride. Okay, so here we go. Let me go ahead and start taking it apart for you. Yeah, I noticed that the red light was flashing on my rear derailleur here, means that it's time for a charge, so I'll probably use my time effective here and do that again. But first thing I think I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove the old chain, and that'll give me plenty of room to work. Okay, so with the chain out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and loosen my rear through axle. I'm going to drop the wheel because I do want to pull that, pull this cassette off. Love it. All right, so I've got the rear wheel removed, and I'm going to use my Pedro's Vice Whip along with my Abercrombie to go ahead and pull this cassette off. And I tell you what, this guy was on here really tightly. So I'm going to double check the torque setting when I go to put the new one back on here. And there we go. Pop that right off. And here we have the XDR driver from SRAM on this wheel set. And I can see some debris here, so I'm going to go ahead and just clean that up. And as I told you, my chain is out there now soaking in the wax, and by the time I get this all buttoned up, it'll be time to put on that new chain. It ought to look really cool. Yeah, I just see a little bit of debris in here, so I'm just going to clean this up just a little bit. You know, that happens when you're out riding, and I would expect that to happen after a few hundred miles. That's nice and clean. All right, let me get that new cassette out here and just drop that baby right on. Okay, so I've got the SRAM, the new SRAM red cassette. This is a 1036. My old one was a 1033. These last two gears are going to give me that additional edge that I'm going to need to get up some of these really steep slopes here in Sonoma County. I'm really excited to go out and try it out. So the torque specification on the cassette, that's 40 Newton meters, and that is really tight. You're probably going to want to find with your Abbey tool or whatever you're putting it on with, you might want to use a little breaker bar to give you some more leverage on that. So I've got the new cassette mounted on here. That's a 1036. And I just want you to see how great those colors look with the bike. And wow, I'm just going to turn it slowly here. The different colors that they used in the rainbow here on the cassette just complements so much the beautiful paint job that came out of the Project One shop. An amazing, amazing look, and it's going to climb even better than it did to begin with. So folks, I've got my new chain all waxed and cleaned up, and what the folks at the company are saying is once you figure out where it is over the big ring and the big ring in the back, you want to do one inner and one outer. So that's where I'm going to cut my chain. One outer, one inner, and boom, and then my power lock will go into that one right there. Measure twice, cut once, right? Okay, so folks, I've gone through here and I've measured the chain from the big. I cut the chain once, one inner, one outer, and used the power locks to secure it in place. What you might see right now on the chain is a little bit of residual wax. And this happens when you use the wax products. And all I did was just take a microfiber cloth and wipe off some of that excess that sometimes drops down after you freshly wax your chain. And boy, once I go out on the road, I can't wait to try it out. And I think this is going to really help me climb even better than what I was before, because it gives me a little better gear ratio. I'll put those numbers up here in a second about what that gear ratio might look like compared to what it comes with. There you have it. TREK Project One Emonda SLR 9 with red SRAM for drivetrain and for brakes. I told you that, gosh, I love the way this bike climbs, but when it got super steep in the 20% range, 17, 18, 19, I really felt with that 1033 I just needed one more gear, so I've changed the cassette to a 1036. I may lose a little bit there in the middle, but I think overall it's just going to make this a more efficient climbing machine. I will tell you that from my first impressions on this bike, I have gone out and set PR after PR on it. It is wicked fast. Just yesterday, wow, fastest 100K ever, 90K, fastest time ever, and I put up some really great numbers on some climbs too. So all in all, a great climbing machine. Just this minor adjustment. Let me see how it goes out here and works. And stay tuned for more videos, and I'll let you know how that plays out. In the meantime, make sure you hit that subscribe button and go out and ride, have fun, and of course, keep the rubber side down. Bye, y'all.